Hey Perfect Squad, welcome back. It's me, Perfect Puppy, and today I am here with some crazy experiences I have had in Adopt Me. So the first experience, the crazy experience, is that I was just taking care of my pet in my house, and basically, I get like a friend request. Like, you know how like people just randomly friend request you? Well, her name looked familiar, and I'm like, maybe this girl, maybe it's just like a friend who accidentally unfriended me. So I friended her, and then I teleported to her. And she's like, hi. I'm like, hi. And I'm like, do I know you? Or like, are you on like an alt or something? And then she's like, nope, I just randomly friended you. And then I'm like, is it okay if I unfriend you? And then she's like, nope. I'm like, why? You don't even know me? And then she's like, because I'm trying to get maximum friends. And I'm like, And then I just unfriend her anyway. Because I only friend people who are like maybe really nice to me in game. And mainly the people I know. So my other crazy experience is that basically I was just standing there at the honey shop. I was trying out like at the coffee shop, and I was trying out like a new hat, like you know how you find the nude behind. And then this guy just like randomly comes in, and he's like, I'm way richer than you. I'm like, I know, cause you probably have neon. He had like a neon legendary out, and at that time I didn't even have a normal legendary, so I was really poor back then. And then he's like, look, I'm so rich, and then he's just flexing all of his pets, and then basically and then I'm like, how'd you get all those pets? Any tips and tricks? Because I don't even have one legendary. And then he's like, my dad works in the Adopt Me team. And I'm like, really? And I knew that was a trick because like lots of people use that for some reason. So I'm like, you're probably lying. And then he's like, no, I'm not. I'm like, what's his name? And then he's like, I can't tell, privacy. I'm like, okay. And then I just walk out of the shop. And then he follows me around, and he's like, trade me. I'm like, okay. And then he puts all of his great pets, like his neon legendaries, in a trade square. And he keeps on pressing accept. Like, unaccepting and then accepting. And then, like, I knew I could take his pets at any moment. I just didn't take his pets because that's just pure mean. And yeah, he kept on doing it, and then I finally pressed decline, and then he's like, haha, you're so poor. And then I just leave the server. So that's how that ended. So now, this is like a scammer experience. So basically, this girl is like, trust train me, and back then, trust training was like really new, and I didn't really know much about it because it was more of a TikTok thing, and I'm not really on TikTok. So I'm like, what's trust trading? And she's like, you give me a pet, I give it back. I give you a pet, you give it back. I'm like, okay. I'm like, can you scam me like that? And she's like, yeah, but I promise I won't. And I'm like, okay. So I give her my neon otter. And then she kind of just starts running away. And then I'm like, stop. And like, back then people didn't know that reporting didn't do anything. So I'm like, please stop. And then she's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna report you if you don't give that back. It's like, just wait. Let me just give this a ride potion, and then I'll give it back to you. And I'm like, sure, okay. Now I was like really skeptic back then, because like, who would give a free ride potion back, you know? So, and I just kind of wanted my pet back because I worked hours on that thing. And yeah, and then she just logged off. But I think she joined the same server, but I was too tired to fight with her, so I just kept on trading. Yeah. So this next crazy experience isn't a crazy experience in Adopt Me, but it has something to do with Adopt Me. So basically, this experience is that I was trading, and back then I only had ultra rare pets, and those were like my best pets. And I think I was trading a frog. So I was trading a frog, and this girl comes up and she's offering me a dog. I was about to decline, but then my dog gets all over me, and she presses accept with her nose. So there goes my ultra rare pet. And yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you next time. Bye.